Okay guys, here is part 2 of what you were learning yesterday. Okay, so if you have forgotten what you did yesterday, then you need to review the video because I don't want to waste time going back over it. You can very easily rewatch the video. Alright, so let's go back. We are doing examples, page 402. 402. You can forget that because you are going to have homework. I don't know why I said tonight. Anyway, you are going to have homework. Okay, so we're doing the examples number 6 through 10. Okay, so if you look at the examples 6 through 10, this is the data that they gave you. You have to remember what I said yesterday. You have to put them in order from least to greatest. Least to greatest. All right, so the first one is going to be 33. Then, and we're going to cross 33 out. Then I have 40. Cross it out. The next one is 79. Whoop, cross it out. Then 80. Cross it out. 84. All right, yes. Cross it out. 86. Cross it out. 98. All right, and cross it out. Okay, so with that said, now we've got our data. I should put it in little squigglies or whatever so you know it's data, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so let's designate, whoops, this is your smallest number. That would be your largest number. Okay, remember you're going to need that later on when you do the little diagram. Okay, so the first thing, number 6, says to find the middle quartile. The middle quartile. Okay, this one's a little bit different than the other example that I gave you because this one, it doesn't have even numbers. This one is nice. It has odd numbers. So remember the middle quartile, you're finding the middle number of the entire set of data. So we're going to maneuver our fingers there till we see the middle number, and this one will be 80. 80 is the middle quartile. If you remember back with the other example, we had an even number of data. So we had 2 numbers in the middle. We had to get their average. Remember that? You add and divide by 2 because there's 2 numbers. Okay? All right, well, this time we have an odd number of data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's an odd number. Therefore, we have one middle number, one middle quartile. So, 80 is your answer for number 6. For number 7, we're looking for the lower quartile. All right, so in this case, we are going to, we're going to divide all your data into 2 parts. But this time, remember when we had an even number, we divided it smack dab in between those 2 numbers. Remember that? Well, this time we have an odd number of data. So we're going to divide it this way. We're not including that 80. Do you see that? That you're going to have to remember. When you only have one number in the middle, you're not including it when you divide the 2 groups, okay? This one, we divided it smack dab in the middle for the 2 equal parts. But this one, we do not because we have one middle number. So your lower quartile is going to be the middle number right here in this lower quartile, and it's 40. 40 is your lower quartile. See what I'm saying? When you have an odd number, it's less math to do. So 40 is your answer. Now yesterday, there were 2 middle numbers. Because there were 2 numbers in the middle, we had to get the average. We had to actually do some math, and we got that. But when you have an odd number, you're just going to have 1. That's it. Okay, so there's your answer for 7. 8 is going to be your upper quartile. We're going to divide. We're going to box this over. And our middle number is smack dab in the middle, 86. That's our upper quartile. Okay, number 9. It says your interquartile. All right, that is going to be, that's going to be your upper minus your lower. Upper minus lower. So 86 minus 40 equals 46. There you go. That's your interquartile. Let's see, did we do interquartile before? Yeah. We did it later on though. Interquartile range was the difference between upper and lower quartiles. That was your upper, there's your lower. We subtracted them and got this. So same with right here, your upper minus your lower. So upper minus your lower, and we get 46. All right, 10. 10 is just your drawing. This is going to be the smallest number. So if you look back up here, your smallest is 33. It's going to go right here. And then your largest, 98, it's going to go right here. Oops. There we go. Okay, we're going to start with our middle quartile. Our middle quartile was 80. So if the smallest is 33 and the largest is 98, 80 is your middle. It's got to come somewhere in between here. So would you put 80 near the 33 or even smack dab in the middle? Not on this number line. It needs to go a little bit closer over here. Guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect. You're going to draw a line through it. Then we're going to put in our upper. Upper is 86. Put a line through it. Lower is 40. I'll put it over here. And if mine is wrong because the distancing, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you get the idea. There's our box and there's our whiskers. So this is lower, middle, upper. Okay? Any questions? None? Great. Let's move on. Okay. All right, now we're going to do 11 through 15 all. We're going to do a couple more. All right. We have 60, 68, 75, 89, 98, 100, 100, 105. Alrighty. Okay, so first thing you do is put them in order. Don't forget that least to greatest. Least to greatest. Alright, guess what? These are already in order from least to greatest, so you don't have to worry about it. Isn't that nice? That's one less thing you have to deal with. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even number. You know you got some work to do. Sadly, it's not going to be as easy as the odd numbered one that you just did, so be ready. All right, here we go. So for number 11, they're wanting the middle quartile. All right, so here we go. Cover them up, and you get 89 and 98. Those are your two middle numbers. That's right, two middle numbers. Unfortunately, so now if you've got two in the middle, you have to do the average. Average now. So we're going to do 89 plus 98, and we divide by 2. Why 2? Because there's 2 here. That's why. All right, so 89 plus 98 divided by 2, you would get 93.5. Okay? 93.5. That's your middle quartile. All right, 12, lower quartile. All right, we got to divide this up. Now, because we're even, we got to divide it up this way. Remember, we divide it between the two numbers, the two middle numbers. Okay? So, we cross that out. This right here, these two are your lower quartile. Because, see, these two are in the middle. Make sure you include that left number in the middle quartile. That is a very common mistake. So, if your parents are watching this with you, remind your kid that they cannot forget to leave that, to include that. All right, so since we have two numbers, we need to get the average here. 68 plus 75 divided by 2, because there's two numbers. Again, that's average. You do the math, you get 71.5. All right, 13. Should be trying to do this, like pausing the video and then do it on your own. Upper, and then seeing if you get it right. It's going to be all these numbers, including that right middle number. Okay? So if we cover them up, we see that the 200s are your upper quartile. So then we have 100 plus 100 divided by 2. And guess what we get? 100. And then 14 is your interquartile. Remember, interquartile is the upper minus the lower. Upper minus lower. So 100 minus 71.5. You do the math, blah, 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 you get 28.5. Okie dokie. And this one, did they say to draw it? Construct a box and whisker the above data. Yes, do it. All right, 15. Oh, I did do it. Okay. 15, we're going to draw a line. Now remember, this is your smallest, and that's your largest. And you need that for right here. So 60 is going to be right here, because it's, whoops, sorry. 60 is right there, because it's the smallest number in the group. And 105 is going to be right there because it's the largest. All right, so our middle quartile is 93.5. It's a little more than halfway, so I'm just going to go ahead and put it right there. If I'm a little off, hey, it's okay. I'm always a little off. Right, guys? Okay, so there's my middle. We're going to do your upper, which is 100, and that's between here, so I'm going to put it like right here, and I, again, might be a little off. And then your lower is 71.5. That's going to be down here a little bit. And then we connect. And there is your box and whisker. If yours looks a little different than mine, it's okay. As long as you don't have like 93.5 down here. Then I'd have to, say, no, that's not going to work. Okay. All right, let's move on. 21. Okay, 21, they want you to take all the data there and make a stem and leaf, right? Stem and leaf diagram. So I have data of 8, 12, 20, 17, 12, oh no, 8, 12, 20, 17, 12, 15, 13, 29, 15, 29, and 6. Okay, what's the first thing we do with our data? Guys, it is huge that you remember least to greatest. All right, so let's get started. Least number is 6, then 8, then 12, then 12, 13, 15, oh, another 15, 17. And if I'm going too fast, remember you can pause, do all this, and then check to see if you got it right. I have no way of gauging when I see no faces. 20, 29, and there's another 29. Yeah, make sure you write down all of your data. If you don't, you will get it all wrong. And that's no good. Okay, so now we're going to make a stem and leaf diagram. Notice that you have a 1-digit number, 1-digit number, and the rest are 2-digit numbers. There's the camera. 2-digit numbers. 1 digit, 1 digit, 2 digit. Okay? All right, so we are going to draw a little thing here. For 1-digit numbers, you're going to put a 0 there. And you have a 6, cross out, and no comma. No comma. And then 8. Okay? If you were to put the 6 over here, that would be like 60 or 68. So you can't do that. If you just have a number in the ones place, like just one number, then you need to put a 0 and then those numbers there. Okay, the next thing is a 12. So you're going to put 1 here and then a 2 here. Cross it out. The next one's 12. We don't have to repeat the 1. It stays. Just put the 2 there. 13. It has a 1, so that stays. You put the 3 here. 15. 1 stays. Put the 5 here. 15. And 17. So 1 stays. 7. Oops. You cross out. Okay, now we have 20. 2 goes there. 0 goes there. Cross out. Make sure you cross out. It'll help. The next one's 29. And next one is 29. Notice that I have them lined up. See that? You want spaces in between each number. You want space. Okay? And again, they want you to write this dumb key. I don't get it. We all know that that means 6. You don't need to write that down. But we're going to do it because, it's telling us to. But as long as you get all this, I'm cool. So notice that this is 12, 12, 13, 15, 15, 17, 20, 29, 29, 6, and 8. Okay. Let's do another stem and leaf diagram. 25. I have a 5. Oh no, 5.7. Ugh, decimals. 5.1. 4.9. 6.3. 5.6. 6.4. Okay, we got to put those in order from least to greatest. Least to greatest. All right, so the first one's going to be 4.9. Cross out. Comma. 5.1. Cross out. Comma. 5.6. Comma. 5.7. 6.3. And then 6.4. Okay, those are in order from least to greatest. So watch this. The smallest one we have is 4.9. How do you do decimals? 4 point and then 9. Now you can do the rest. I'm crossing it out so I don't get confused. Next one is 5.1. Next one's 5.6, 5.6, 5.7, 5.7, 6.3, and then 6.4. There you go. Forget that dumb key. We're not going to do it. All right. Now, I guess I could do do that. All right, so I'm going to construct a histogram for you. No, scatter plot. Yeah, this is going to be fun for y'all. You know what? Because I can see this is going to be a pain to grade. I'm going to be nice. We're not going to do the scatter plots. Okay? I want y'all to be able to do the box and whisker and the stem and leaf plot. How about that? Okay? So that's going to be fun to grade. I think you're doing just fine not doing the scatter plot, to be honest. So let me just go ahead and assign some work for you and you can get started. You will do page 402 to 403. All right, so hold on. We did 6 through 10, so you are doing numbers 1 through 5. Oops, all. Yeah, 1 through 15. 1 through 10, we did 10. And that one. Okay, then y'all will do, I'm trying to remember which ones we did for examples. 16 through 20 all. Okay, so you're doing those two groups. We also did number 21 and 25. So then I want you to do 22 and 24. Okay, and 26. I think you can handle decimal. I think that's plenty. That is going to be due Friday. Y'all had a break today. Keep in mind, y'all have a quiz Monday. Maybe. I may be moving that because we didn't do any, y'all didn't have anything for yesterday, Wednesday. So I think I might be moving that. But right now, I'm just going to go ahead and write it down. You have a quiz on 4-6 because it may stay. We'll see. I might keep it there. It's either going to be Monday or Tuesday, but I'll definitely let you know tomorrow. And you also, but you definitely have IXL due Monday. All right? So there's your work. Okay? If you have any questions, just let me know. And by the way, I enjoy getting some of y'all with April Fools. You know who you are. Love ya. Talk to you later. Sydney, Miranda, don't cry next time. No tears in April Fools.